I got like basically the final prototype of my new mouse. This is basically like the pre-production model. So this is like the model that I have just before it goes into production. So I basically like have a final product here, which is really nice. I'm actually so excited though, because the mouse is like finalized now. So I'm just working on the box art, and also I have some other updates as well. So on release, and this is just so I could release the mouse earlier and not delay it any longer, but on release, there is software for the mouse. It is not web-based yet. The timeline is basically probably like near or after Toronto VCT. That's when web-based software will come out for it, and then it'll be a lot easier because you can just do web-based instead of installing it on like your computer. But for now, the software is going to be an installation, but everything that you can change on the mouse, you can also change other than like lift-off distance and like motion sync and stuff like that, which you can change on the software, but you can change the DPI and the mouse hertz through the mouse itself. Yeah, the mouse is going to be at $129.95. I think it's a very justifiable price range for like a high-end mouse. And it's like it is a very high form factor shape, similar to like XM1, S2, X2H, Sora V2, kind of like where it's oriented towards the back for hump for like stability, which I do think is pretty good for palm grip. I made it for claw palm, but it does work for both palm and also just regular claw as well. I will say though, for like fingertip grip, unless fingertip grip players like having their hand hit the mouse like every so often, I wouldn't suggest it for fingertip grip, but I don't really believe that there's a one mouse fits all. I think it's a case by case thing, like on the size of your hand and the way you grip the mouse. Is it one size? It is one size right now. If it does well, I was told that we could do like a mini version. So the mouse is going to be produced in batches, but it's going to be released at all times. So let's say it does go out of stock at the start. That's not like the last time you can get the mouse. They will be making the mice for me for like a while. And so whenever it goes out of stock, they'll get right into like making sure it gets back into stock. I can show the pre-production model. There's gonna be some minor stuff, and I've showed it before on stream, but I don't want to show where this one logo is placed because, okay, there's two logos on the mouse. One is really, really, really small, and it's very similar to the side signature that's on my mouse. Kind of hard to see, but if you see, there's a TenZ signature like on the front of the mouse. It does not feel like anything, and also you can't really see it unless it's in light, which I thought was cool. Personally, I'm a big fan of like minimalistic designs. I don't want you to like, I'm not a fan of like, for an example, what's a fucking mouse brand that's just like RGB, big logos. I'm not really a big fan of that. I just want like pure performance and stuff. Does it have a white variant? So there isn't a white variant yet, but plans are to make a white variant. Is it gonna be a different colored mice, like red or something? I was thinking I might release like a red version. Like red might come out maybe like sometime in Toronto. I'm still like working on like different colors that I can release of the mouse. I'm really, really excited. RGB, there is no RGB on the mouse. I am not a fan of RGB. Personally. How much will the mouse weigh? I think it's 49 grams, I'm pretty sure. It was either 49 or 51. I'm pretty sure it's 49. I can go whip out my gram scale right now. Actually, let me go do that. I have a scale. Let's see how much the mouse weighs. It's saying 46.78. I think that's my gram up. I'm pretty sure it's 49. Make it more lightweight. For me, personally, I didn't want the mouse to be too light. I believe that there is like some diminishing return to having too light of a mouse. And I think I kind of experienced that when I was like playing with Final Mouse originally. But I do think there's a good balance between low weight and good controlled weight at the same time. I don't necessarily think lower is better. And that's just my opinion. When you do get the mouse weight lower, it's going to jeopardize the internal integrity of the mouse, making it more fragile. So I don't know. For example, let's say when someone flicks so hard, they fucking shot their mouse across the room. I don't want my mouse to just explode on first contact, which like there has been a mouse that I've seen that has shattered when it hit the ground. That's one thing I don't want. And also I don't want like any holes in the mouse. I want it to just be like very sturdy and very solid.